Well, hello stranger, I didn't see you there. I'm Whycalibur, and this is Mass Effect 3. There's a new DLC that came out, Leviathan, and I am proposing that we check it out. What do you say? Arputon Shepard is still in his prime, so we may as well. Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Bryson. Need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts at the first possible opportunity. Please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. Will do. Let's go to the Citadel. Hey guys, I'm totally not dead. No, wrong button again. There's a button I need to remember how to use. What is it? Right, just get out of here. And Elusive Man's base. We don't need to go to the Elusive Man's base right now. I think we'll be okay without it. Let's go to PAX instead. Oh man, PAX is coming up in a few days. I unfortunately was not able to get tickets before they sold out at lightning speed. But maybe next year. I know Get Daved is going. We might meet up after PAX for a little bit. Grab some dinner. Talk about being married Let's Players and all that stuff. Okay. Meet Dr. Bryson. Let's go do that. Alright, hang on a second please. Sorry about that. Just had to double check that the sound was all working properly. Because I'm a professional. Alright, to the Citadel. Let's see if we can find this Dr. Bryson fellow. See what he wants from us. I wonder if it has anything to do with a certain Leviathan. I guess we'll find out once we get there, at Dr. Bryson's lab, in Section B, I guess. Oh, a new subscriber, thank you. To new user. Yeah, I know how to spend points on powers. I've already beaten this game twice, come on.
I want you to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
He looks familiar.
Commander Shepard, we've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us?
Leviathan!
Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
Just you two? It's Task Force Aurora?
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
Could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war.
Well, we still would be.
Information we've uncovered. A breakthrough's near.
I mean, ultimately, all that was pointless.
No.
What? You shot him in the... Yay! Oh, man. Flying tackle.
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
I'll be the judge of that. I've got a flashlight.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. But I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What?
Thanks, 6.
What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Bryson, there was a loud noise.
Oh
You
no!
shot Bryson. You killed him.
No, I couldn't have! I'm not a murderer! I didn't do it, it wasn't me! You have to believe that.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Oh no!
Nation? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it.
Oh,
That artifact came in from our
that
research
sounds
group,
dangerous.
Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Make sure he doesn't have any guns.
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
My flashlight is really
Get him
strong.
over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
Commander,
poke this clearly dangerous
you'll want to see
artifact.
this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed.
Oh, come on.
But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place?
Lots of guns.
Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
Hack it out. Oh, he
There
didn't
is
say it.
also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Well, you'd better say it
Admiral,
this
the
time,
Reapers are
Hackett.
shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Alright.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
That means I get to click on things now. No, I guess we're stuck with Edie. Well, whatever. Never much liked Decoy, but whatever. Incinerate and Overload. Incinerate is pretty useful. There you go. You can start incapacitating people. And Shepard, we're okay. Nothing we can do with those 3 points. Stop bothering me about them. And that's that. Alright, so audio log. Pool of blood. Can't use that, I guess. Is that... really? Creepy. I don't know about this Bryson guy. He seems a little bit like a mad scientist to me. Watch the... oh, what's the connection? Location unknown. 82 WSA71. Somebody Google that. All kinds of stuff going on here. Yeah, this is pretty busy stuff here. 756 degrees Fahrenheit, that right? Temp 756 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know, are they still using Fahrenheit in the future for some reason? Temp 756 Fahrenheit, is that right? What's same location again. Same location again. I think there are only 3 stickies. Oh, hi Thane. Yeah, there are only 3 stickies here. All the same. I guess that's definitely a conspiracy theorist layer in here. Looks pretty neat. Too bad you can't make out an 00110011. Well, whatever. What else can we click on in here? There's that thing. Stop looking at me. And I'm betting that sphere is going to be useful.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
That's not a log. That's clearly a
Bryson,
iPad.
I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can
What?
project our Reaper killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Oh, those kind of
Allen appears
numbers.
to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
Use your
A
robot
significant
brain.
amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
Hooray! We got some experience for that, I guess.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No, but we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Oh ho! Search lab for clues. You're not a clue then. Ba-do-do-do. Prothean artifacts.
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Bryson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results in the galaxy map program.
I'm sure that's good enough.
Prothean artifacts.
No results.
Doesn't
Some
help.
of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
What have you got to say, buddy? Same as ever, eh? A-do-do-do, a-do-do-do, a-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Aha! Computer console.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
How about here?
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Alright, blackout crimes.
Blackout crimes?
Nope.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
You mean like all of the ones we found so far? Thanks, by the way. What's in here? Little shuttle over there. I think that's the one we may have taken in. What's this here? How do I activate the Leviathan
Loch
skeleton?
Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Yeah,
Loch
we
Ness
know.
Monster is more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
Hey!
Looks like data on the Rachni.
Ooh, the Rachni. They exist.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence.
Ho ho!
Timing is wrong, and Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
That'd be pretty awesome,
What do
wouldn't
you
it?
think, Edie?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. We saw a data pad containing data on Rachni movements earlier. It may be relevant.
Was this it?
The Rachni data.
Yeah.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Adding the search filter now.
Alright.
By Anne Bryson. Age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
It's still cute. It's got a Hanar. Big Hanar hugs.
Sovereign. Vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Oh, Iceburn! Nothing over here. And okay, so that's irrelevant, but adorable. Ooh, SMG mass pulse recoil system. That sounds super fancy.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Okay, I bet it's just a rock.
Meteorite sample. With traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need EZO?
Maybe it eats
While
Ezo.
it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding it now.
Alright, we got search filters all over the place. The Thorian. Oh, I remember the Thorian. We all remember the Thorian. Provides fascinating insight into the life cycle of a truly alien species. Unlike conventionally intelligent life, it does not use mass relays. Prothean artifacts would not interest it. Commander Shepard claims that Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict Using technology, the Reapers controlled the Thorian as an exception to that rule, and evolved to use organic tools rather than conventional technology. Leviathan must be somehow similar to have survived undetected for so long. The Thorian used pain conditioning to control its victims, using them as manual labor, or even as a man would use his own hands and fingers. Commander Shepard claims the Reapers do the same thing through a different process called indoctrination. Whatever Leviathan is, it must do something similar. So all kinds of brain control stuff.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
The photographs have a trace chemical residue. It may be visible under another light source.
Well, there's a switch here. Interesting.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Doing so now.
Alright. We have like 10 filters now. Let's go see if any of them are useful. We should probably check out here first, just in case. You never know what might be useful there. Pistol cranial trauma system. That sounds brutal. It's nice to see new systems in place, though. And what's this? That's to get out of here. We don't need to leave quite yet, I don't think. But, oh, stairs that you can actually go up, so there must be something up here then. Nice piece of modern art there. And a picture.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Oh.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
Man 6, I don't know what Joker sees in you.
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
High five.
The Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least. But its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander.
I'm glad that didn't,
Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship is still out there. Unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority.
Really?
And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
The Batarians were covering it up. What a shock. There usually seem to be such trustworthy people. I mean, anyone who endorses slavery, am I right? Speaking of which, that's going to be the end of this episode, and next time we're going to turn on all these filters and see what we can find. So until then, all the best.